Alright, I started a video, so I probably might just recap a little bit. The Primo website is up, preem0.com. I feel it's sufficiently complete and nailed down with a purpose which introduces a segue to be in the marketplace. Choosing what you stand for because you want to. It's about some met thing. Some met the tin in the hinge. It's about being able to speak where you put your money. On my framework, on my parallax, I have no need of doft stupid for my seed, S-E-A-D, S-E-A, parentheses, T-H-D, seat the head, and C-A-D. It's obvious, dobvious, D-O-B, date of birth. It is obvious I do not need doft stupid seed for me to be. B-E, parentheses, A-D. A-M-E-N-D. Add A-M, add the dame, and I will amend myself. Even frame. Even framed. So, let's see. Happy about that. Happy to see my hotspot works. And I was commenting that today's the 17th. December 17th, 2017, the internet was not working today, and I waited for most of the day, and then I tried it on my phone. I don't usually have it on my phone because it's slow enough. I don't need something competing. But it worked on my phone, so I thought, my computer's just frozen. I need to restart it. So I did, and voila, I have internet service again. Let's see. I was talking about what I've done in the downtime. So Primo is up. There's an opportunity in the marketplace for now where you want to stand. That opportunity is there. You get to know what you're getting into. And you get to review the work, to be there too, to ensue, to tow, to ensue. E-N-S-U-E-W-E-I-D. Couple of thoughts. Your law-t was never designed with anyone there. T-H-E-I-R. No one's the there, no one is the heir, and it was never designed with anyone there. Now, the problem with that staging is you're misleading. And I would say, as you can see in my own work and review of looking at the news, all over the place, love vet and love vert, hyphenated, you're misleading and misseeding the woman to speak on frame and doft, okay? Where men naturally have given themselves the right hand, the rig height hand, for no reason, thief end. Oh, we will provide for you. Well, you're not teaching value. E-W-E-A-D. You're not teaching it. You're not making it sustainable among you. So to further impress on you, that is a problem squared, okay? You're not looking for it. You're not painting it. You're not plating it, okay? You've never laid it. You have no love to share in the marketplace and follow through, to be fair. Fair, heir, and tear. Every foot, fair, tear. Your repackaging, pack, AG, the ag and the agriculture. Exceedingly, GLEE. I think that's fairly obvious now, that gesture. Your guest is go odd, do a foot doft, stupid, to two toft, for no reason, thiefend. To get across, sought, hyphenated, no one to be innocent in your reflection. 'Cause you asked not. KN-O-T-. Overtime to be in the balance of competition thiefend. So we do understand that it's just two dudes talking and also stalking. So I looked at Tucker Carlson's review today of the DJ that grabbed Taylor Swift's ass. And so Tucker Carlson works at Fox News. He's a newscaster for no reason, thiefend, and that's very obvious. You can pull up his review today, his interview. So he had the DJ there, and he says, you know, basically Taylor Swift destroyed your life. Well, I think the DJ destroyed his own life. He got his just desserts. Okay. You've got Tucker Carlson making money on making shit up with the thief. One value of creating a parallax of a frame is we can see your Bible bled doft, stupid, okay? Put some hyphens in that. Your religion is staging, your law, -t, your lot is staging. You are going fishing, hyphenated. And we go fishing, hyphenated, your shin's shining, your hind. You're speaking to have someone speak on to, okay? And that is not sustainable grace. So the value of my parallax is you're required. You want to mark and speak on your heart and hearth, you need to be the heir, H-E-I-R, right here, H-E-R-E. That is called fair and square, where you actually query. So I've made an opportunity. I think it's a great judicious gesture as your guest as well. I'm inviting you, if you want to mark on to with your value. Understanding the necessity, we do not have follow through, even in the marketplace. We have a marketplace, fort competition, for no reason, thiefend, okay? We've never had love and follow through, even, only ea.ven, V-A-I-N. You can see what I stand for. And you can see the person on the other end creating visuals, you know? So it's been my contention that we've had the wrong people talking. I have no need of a gun here. So his story, you know, fighting wars to protect women because you don't know how to love and you're not the heir and you're stupid to deal with war again, because the ag condones that and you get a sustainable ID and get to look like a prime mover. for no reason thief-end yet again. That's why I get to spend so much of my time babysitting vets who live all around me for no reason thief-end. Belligerent, infantile babies that are old men, okay, that don't care to be here. And somehow, some met the how, the head you do dow with, are sustainable, belligerent, infantile babies that are actually doing no vetting with their own capacity to desire, to be rational. So back to Tucker Carlson. The dud dude can string grammatical words together. He's getting paid just to go on air, okay? But to be fair, he's producing no value right here, and it would seem he doesn't want to. One of the things that seems important to me is to start dividing the image then with what you're looking at. Tucker Carlson doesn't deserve to be looked at any more than Emily however you say her name, her tits, when there's no presence in it. I mean, it's a retail value. You know, you can look at me and you can look at my videos. I have issues with FedEx, UPS, many vendors that it's just like I order something online and I'm like, oh my God! You know, I can't believe how put out I am by this experience of having to follow your tail and do your work for you. And but the bottom line is there's no heart in retail. There's no follow through there. So the other consideration, which I realized the other day when I was purchasing dog poop bags, and I purchased the biodegradable bags previously, and this time they had at chewy.com, sometimes when they're using a new product, you could get a deal, and so they had 50% off. You could buy different bulks. I bought their biggest bulk, 900. I got 50% off of 900 bags. I'm not going to need to buy bags for a while. They're plastic. I don't usually want plastic, but I bought the biodegradable. They're a little more expensive, and they feel silky. They're kind of nice, and they sit well here. However, I reached further because I thought, well, you know what? I'd like to have biodegradable bags for me to toss my garbage into. So I found that they made them shopping bags, and I talked to the vendor because you have to buy them in bulk, and but it says that you know, don't expose them to air, and they should be used in, I don't know, a year or so. And I'm like, well, shoot, that amount, I don't know if I'm going to use that many in a year. So I talked to them. Basically, the vendor says I'd be wasting my time, or they wouldn't work. The biodegradable bags need to be, you have to have a recycling program that has fire. And so I'm like, oh, well, then that has me thinking with my dog poop bags. They go in the garbage, the same place as my other shit, and they don't go to the fire either. So I'm like, spending more money on biodegradable bags is to make me feel good, but the gesture is I still don't have follow through. So yeah, I bought plastic bags for my dog. I consoled myself thinking, well, I'm not going to tie the bag. I'm going to leave it open. So maybe the turd can find its natural way back to the land. I used them today. They're quite nice, sufficiently big for a whole hand. And now that, well, Minnow got new food, so he had plenty to say. So Minnow tried a new food flavor, and he liked it very much. And then the frozen food that's wet and you defrost, that came today. He helped himself to that. When I was doing laundry, I left a little measuring cup on the counter so it would defrost. And when I left him here all alone, apparently he helped himself to it. I explained to him, you know, I wish I were here. I wanted to see you enjoy that, but seeing that there's nothing left, I'm assuming I'm assuming you enjoyed it, but I'll try again tomorrow. Um, anyway, Frisco green doggy bags. We've got a lot, and Minnow's got new wet food and a new dry kibble flavor. And I'm meandering a bit. I'm trying to knit this all together. Thoughts here. Am I done with Tucker Carlson? What am I supposed to say about ignorance personified? He's only dabbling to have a B hyphen R hyphen I hyphen D hyphen E hyphen. A bid bide as a bride, hyphenated to deliver the tine in thine. Okay? So we're talking about origin, your premise of origin. He's not thinking it through. He's just putting shit up there, okay? And then asking you to think about it. Then he weighs on then he weighs judiciously on basically Taylor Swift fucked your life up. But you haven't thought it through. You didn't want to. You're just making shit up and you're making money to have cast the time, cast the cast and the time in thine. He is preferring doth, stupid, to be his counterpart. Okay. I didn't know this about Tucker Carlson. You know, I don't have a TV. I haven't had one. I had one in college because my roommates, specifically this one roommate from Arizona who I think she was a cheerleader in high school, and then she was aerobics instructor. But all I remember is she'd be like, "You're so skinny, I'm so fat," and I'd like she wouldn't stop with that conversation. So I thought, well, maybe she needs some information. So I would say, maybe if you don't eat at McDonald's for breakfast and Burger King for lunch. She just wanted to bitch and complain, and she would wear my clothes. You know, that happens, I guess. I've had roommates that just go into my closet, wear my clothes, then put them in my dirty clothes pile. Great. That's where I look for them when I want to wear them. She demanded that that I go in with the other roommates to have a TV, rent a TV payment. And I'm like, I don't watch TV. So I went home for Christmas and my parents bought me a TV and I brought it back and put it there and said, there, you have a TV. And I left it. Not had a TV. I've had a TV, I didn't watch a TV. So I don't watch Tucker Carlson. I don't watch a whole lot of things. There's a lot that's not right. If if you're going fishing, to speak on nit, N-I-T, because you're not the heir and you can't conceive right here. You're fishing malfeasantly. Don't speak unless you bring the ego gods, the good gods, okay? Money tin in your hinge, you all dow with war-t. Again, wart again, thief-end. As your pro-o-vision. You, frame and doft, you can't manufacture innocence in reflection. So that is why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I can. What else? I was going to say, let's see, I wrote some notes. Problem with the law-t. Problem with the law. Never was anyone there to speak. Tone. And dow. And now. And dow now. We will. Parentheses D. O-T. Lot and do ought. It is agile. Agile, A-G-I-L-L. Hyphen, parentheses E, hyphen D. Where LD, low road, that's hyphenated. So it's an agile ag that's staging the abuse. So to ask, and then to speak on to, you're seeding dudes. D hyphen the date, E-W-E, do with you, hyphen D, hyphen S. Do wed dudes, hyphenated, okay? Do you understand? There was no one ever there in your law-t. So when you go speaking, you're getting someone to respond on to, okay? And that's misleading. It's you're staging dow with witness hyphen T, okay? And then you have doth, stupid, who's paid by toth, the rich person, for no reason thiefin, assaying and leading. Assay is to test the metal. And what is doth, stupid, to toft? Rich, for no reason thiefin. What does doth assay? Doth assays war is necessary. You have the wrong people speaking, okay? For no reason thiefend. And they're not producing innocence and reflection. And I suggest, as my own guest of Jesus, G-S-U-S, nor do they want to. So whether you believe in God or not, you have no relationship capacity. As your desire and your reason in life even. It's not enough just to have the emotions when you don't care to know how, okay? Because knowing how is knowing what is necessary and what is not necessary to be prow. P-R-O-W parentheses E-T. What you have for your pro weight and wet weight, what you have now of people speaking is two thieves, okay? Who are going to dow with wart again, who are going to stage witness if I'm listening, and then they're going to go dow with war. They're going to go do wed dudes and call it dues, okay? It's hyphenated. So as it is also my suggestion, with plenty of evidence, factual and tactual evidence, that you all frame and doff stupid to toft thiefend, death effort for no reason, you can't stand on an honest dime of income. It's something that I've been able to view that if you're not going to do this work, and I'm going to do it all for you, you're going to lose your value of 0f-t-hie-ven-d because you brought no innocence in yourself to cast a lot. A-L-L-O-T. T-A-L-L-O-T. T-B-A-L-L-O-T. Tall and ball. And T-B, tuberculosis trial balance. Take your pick. KT, that's night. Let's see. Yeah. I'm not even mildly entertained with reading the Tucker Carlson thing. I did a screen grab, so that will be on the Rich Wrote website, as will this video. Primo is up. I had a little downtime, and now I'm going to push for getting hollyspreg.com completed. HOLLIESPRAGUE.com. In the downtime, so it was nice, the hotspot worked reliably. I gave Minnow a bath. I trimmed his nails. They really needed to be done because I have not been doing them routinely. I have to wrestle this, and sometimes I have to wrestle him a little bit. And he got a bath, then I got a bath, and then I washed my hair and I blew it dry, and I cleaned up a little bit, and then today did some laundry, and Minnow's got his little down comforter back, and I got rid of recycling, which was making it difficult to get out the door. And let's see, I took a nap, and then so I've had a little downtime, but it wasn't just, I took all the papers out of my hexagons. I've got half of them done. I can glue more, but I think what I'm going to try and do is as for the honeycomb hanging behind the bed on the baldacchino, or the bed frame, the canopy bed frame. It was a little downtime, but I was able to kind of spruce up just a little bit. I'm really itching to actually vacuum, and while I can only do a partial a partially good job, a partially good job would really be noticeable. So I might break out the vacuum before I get this cast off. Let's see. I put more notes here too. Law-T is not well endowed and doesn't care. Some met the toe, the how, the and ho, and the Dow. Yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to read this. These are me notes. There's other notes I need to provide for a segue. Where I finish on primo.com is I've reviewed briefly Holly Sprague website, and architecturally I'm like, oh, this is a mess. This is a mess, and I'm having a hard time understanding my links. when I look at the website building software. So I've kind of had to reintroduce myself to that. I knew that the information wasn't complete. I can see that I have information there, but never made it to the website where you can see it because I didn't put links for the pages. So I need to build links and I need to add more information. Some of the information that I will add is twofold. There's information that it's turned out, and there's information that's turned in. Emails to myself, emails to other people. So what I see as the value of the Holly Sprague website is it is messy. However, I am leaving it that way because it expresses the climb and what I'm working with, okay? I'm working with stupid. All around me, I get to work with Doft. And I'm finding I have to fix everything for myself. So I have to play all the parts because all I have is Doft to work with. And anyway, good thing I have such a good sense of humor. It is messy, but one of the values is Primo is the genesis of trying to explain myself to another person who I've not met, but I'm intuiting. So we could say it's a spiritual concept or conception in relating. Holly Sprague is turning that out, okay? But there's content I could see in my emails that runs alongside this. I'm sending emails to me that I did not put on the Holly Sprague website. So that's part of the gaps I'm going to fill in. Part of me leaving it messy and not fixing that is it reflects the duress. I'm trying to do one thing and I got Doft coming at me from a different angle. I got Doft over there and I got Doft over there and then I got lawyer Doft, David Chamberlain. Oh, goody. Okay. You know, as I'm trying to make a living from people that do not actually appreciate my value. So I barely make my rent. And when I'm done doing Avesta's work, because they enabled dipshit Michelle here to harass other people, they take me to court. And they try to evict me in the middle of winter. But you will see on Primo that they made up lease violations after I did their work and I got a harassment order against Michelle, and I subpoenaed any communique from previous tenants that complained about them. And then I was able to see that they withheld. They didn't give me Tanya's complaints. Tanya gave them to me personally, so then I sent them to Avesta. Take this for your file, jackasses. You're dipshitting me all over the place. On top of, I asked for the video. You gave me a video that wasn't relating. It was not the video of her messing with my table in the art room. So going into court, I email several times, no reply. I call several times, no reply. I go there in person in Avesta, in their lobby. How come the law works for you, Avesta, and not me? Because your lawyer is the evictions lawyer for this whole city. Okay, that's their lawyer, the evictions lawyer for the city. Okay, so I can't even get subpoenaed information when I go through the law. Okay, so I have to do this dance all over the place, and I finally go to their lobby, and I'm calling them in their lobby saying, your lawyer can talk to my lawyer. I'm here to pick up subpoenaed information, you know, and the information I get, the video, is not the video. They just pick something else willy-nilly. Charlotte Simpson, who used to work here, um, assistant manager of the building. I asked for her. Michelle yelled at me at 6 a.m. Michelle does things like that. She creates traction, okay, and she makes shit up. The details of the story, it's all there. I asked Charlotte to provide me because there's videos on the hallways here. Tell me what's happening. Put it in writing so I could take that to court. She wrote that I yelled at Michelle, and I'm like, good God, lady, can you get the facts right? Okay. So I could use this for court. So I didn't get the video I asked for. I didn't get the synopsis. It was twisted. I had to email, call, go there in person. And what else? Yes, they said that they made up. So here's the thing: 3 lease violations, you're evicted. They made up that I had 2 lease violations for having art in the art room. These are made up lease violations, and I did their work, getting a harassment order against this person. And while they enabled, they also thwarted. So I did their work. I also produced evidence to them that they did not give me the full subpoenaed information. I asked for any complaints against Michelle. They did not give me Tanya's. So I force-fed it back to them. Put this in your file, okay? I have not put up other people's, okay? So I have that subpoenaed information. I have not uploaded that on the Holly Sprague website, so I will be putting that up. It's a matter of completion. If you think there's any gaps in my story that I'm making any shit up, you can gladly use your 2 eyes as well as I can. Okay. Completion for me, I've done the work. I don't have to go back and revisit it. And the value you're seeing is I've turned the forum, I've turned it outside. So now, judging as the people. The land used to be the people, okay? The lay of the land at one time was the people. And back in the biblical times, the people judged. And there was a judge, Deborah, okay? There's a female judge as well. And I'm turning it inside out. And I did that on purpose. Because I already knew it was bullshit. You know, you're making me, I do your work and then you take me to court for it. If one of you at Avesta had character to lend, Michelle would have already been out of here, not harassing one tenant after another. Okay? Bottom line, okay? Stand your ground. Don't stand it with a gun, because a gun is already advocating you don't have a rational conversation. You didn't think it through even, and you didn't want to. Okay? So what's his first name? I don't know his first name. Zimmerman, big, crass bullshitter who pops up every once in a while in social media, does not want to love, okay? So respect that. Don't give him any. He's not here for a relationship. You know? Ladies, don't give bullshitters sex. They're not providing sex, where X is the Roman numeral 1 and 0, 101. It's also the women's X chromosome for our RNA, DNA spiral. Okay, the latter, exchange of information. let's see, what else? What else? So I've had a little downtime. That was good. I'm gonna make another push, see if I can't get the Holly Sprague website up. You know, I've got one more week with my cast on. I don't think I'm gonna just jump right out of this and go, because I'm not. It still has healing to do. You know, I can still see it gets a little swollen sometimes, and from the day when I landed on it by accident because I went to lean on my knee rover and missed it, so I crunched the toes. It's smarted. It's got me thinking. I can tell that they're stiff. Like I was holding my other foot up and moving the toes, and they're flexible. These aren't. I think there's going to be some discomfort, and I've got to get my range of motion. I've got to get a muscle back here. I'm going to stretch some tendons by using them. I did order a swimming suit though, Saks. I ordered this Hokusai. It looked like the Hokusai wave, the Japanese artist. It looked like Hokusai waves from Saks Fifth. It never came, and I spent a lot of time trying to get that, understanding when it would arrive. But the point is that they couldn't get it here. Something was wrong with my PayPal address, they said. But I called them 3 times. The first time they never mentioned that. So they just gave me another delivery date. And when that delivery date didn't transpire, I called them again and spent 20 minutes without getting through. Sent them an email on their website, which didn't go through. When you press, send, it went through a bad request. So I tried 3 times to send an email on their website, didn't work. So I went back to the email order that I purchased, invoiced, and sent it that way. Heard no reply, so I called them again, spent 40 minutes on the phone before someone picked up. It's occurring to me I shouldn't be looking at Saks, and I shouldn't be waiting for Saks. Okay. I ordered a body glove unitard, basic black. I kind of like the idea. One piece. This one covers just about below the knee, and I like it. It makes sense to me. And I ordered a couple of swim caps. I looked at plenty, but I ordered the Speedo bubble cap. So it has this little texture in it, and in black and white. And I don't know if I'm gonna rip one, or it might be nice just to have a couple. And then I bought to try OOFOS. OOFOS. So I bought them a couple of reasons. I thought I would like some flip-flops or slides to wear from the locker room to the swimming pool area and to take a shower. And but I was reading about them, and rather than say like in your running shoes, it's about rebound and recovery, the type of the foam or the material they use, that you get this bounce, that OOFOS is, and I don't know if I'm saying that right, it's more about it doesn't give you bounce, but it has really good arch support. So I bought a slide, and I was looking at the sporty one. I really like the sporty one with it. The logo is a 0, and then it's a 0 with a little minus mark in it. And I was looking at the black sporty ones with the prominent 00 logo on it, which is definitely a go-to for me. I live here in Maine, vacation land, and wearing workout clothing or activewear or urban hiking clothing is a lot of how I spend my time. But ultimately, I decided to get a female. They said it's for female. I don't know if it's because of the look or if it has a different last. So we'll see. Generally, they're unisex, and you just buy 2 sizes down from the men's size if you're a woman. I actually chose a female, and I'm presuming I choose my size, and which is 8.5, but I went up 9, and I chose glossy, a glossy black. They call it luxury. If you go to shoes, I think it's shoes.com, you get 25% off any shoe you want right now. So I'm like, well, I'd rather try these now with 25% off. I chose the black glossy. They're a little bit out of my spectrum. They've got plain ones. They got the sporty one with the notable branding. I was looking at the plain because they looked organic, natural, but I liked the glossy because it's not my usual go-to. And in part now, I wasn't sure if I was going to be wearing those at home. One of the things that I like about them is reading about them, and why I thought they would be good for recovery is the sole and responds to the ground as well as your foot and your footing. So in that I'm going to be basically learning to walk again and needing to practice. It seemed to me that this type of shoe would be deliberate. You're not just like, all right, I'm here, I'm there, that I think what I was reading in reviews that it actually does kind of slow you down. And seeing how I believe it would be advantageous to be deliberate, I thought that would be a good value. I'm going to order them. I can try them out, and if I don't think that's something I need or want, I can send it back, But so I was looking at those things, anticipating that when I'm out of the cast, I'm going to be swimming. And that's a great thing to be doing in winter as well. And all part of the process of getting on my feet and getting my activity level back and building my muscles and symmetry, all that good stuff. Trying to think if there's anything else here. Holly Sprague websites, the next push. So I'm getting the sense that I'm thought to be hasty, speaking about Tucker Carlson. I consider it quite the reverse. You're 2 thieves speaking, and you're misleading EWE to speak on 2 dudes for no reason, thiefing through. And now to toy you with woo-d. Of course, if you don't think I'm right, you know where to find me. And you can plead your case with my MEYE parentheses AT. there's a curious thing going on, and maybe at some point you may get it, men-d. You've been a pestilence on women. You've been a pestilence on women, perp, po, put some hyphens around that O. I don't know, because I don't want to. Purposely. To sell the lie, sell S-E-L-L-E-Y-E, parentheses A-T-, okay? You've done it purposely, or you've done it through your own self-willed ignorance. And I'm not having any doff it. I'm not here to fit doff, stupid, okay? That's the way the shit is going down, as well as the sit, okay? Shit and sit goes down. When you plead your case with another dude, hyphenated, you're just saying that you fit doff. Okay. You feed doff. You fed doff. You're being a pestilence on Taylor Swift. Why is it so hard to conceive that dumb DJ, as an adult male, should know better? Why does Taylor Swift have to tit herself for no reason ea.ven-d? Because that's all you're doing with it. Speak your preference here as with there. T-H-E-I-R. What you're seeing is you've been a pestilence on women, okay? And you're stupid, and you want to keep believing that being stupid feeds your will that is ill. -K-T-. It's not okay. And now with parallax, we can see. You have no desire. You're not fundamentally rational. What surfaces as reason is providing continuity by squatting on women. So what you're doing as Freeman doft, stupid, to two toft thieven, for no reason, even, is you're staging go dow with witness -t. You're misleading, and by misleading, by speaking for no reason thieven, to have someone speak on to toy you with woo -d. You're misseeding, you're misleading, and you're staging women to be misled because your countenance has no provision to have even said or stead or stayed and ID. Okay. What else? It's kind of like January of last year. I had a paramour, I guess. There was a guy who called up and like, you want to do this? And I'm like, yeah, okay. And then, I mean, everything's pretty easy. He's been in insurance business for quite a while. He has like a top penthouse floor of an apartment building that overlooks the East End. He has a Starbird car. He's active, almost to the point of, well, I can't do that because I'm doing this, and I can't do that because I'm doing this. And then I'm going with my buddy who's got airline, who works in the airlines, gets me tickets to go play golf in Florida. And so he's always going somewhere. So he's got this kind of cache of an aura of I'm going places and I can. And, you know, invites me over to his place, feeds me, and, gives me massages, and you know where that goes. And, watch videos. I have to say, it was very short, and I have to say, it was very vapid. I see him in the gym, and he asks me, hey, want to do some massages? And I'm like, it feels like assault to my ears, okay? Because there's something that's just not right about that. There's something not right about an older man that knows how to act a polite, for no reason, thief-end. Polite, he never provided the value, okay? So what he's doing is he's just polished his delivery to lend a certain effect. And what he needs to get laid is someone sufficiently stupid to not know better, okay? So it took me a mild amount of time to think it through and understand it, but the tip off for me is, well, it seems so easy in terms of a phone call. Hey, want to do this? Hey, I'm active. Yeah, I want to go ice skating. I want to do this. Yeah, sure. You ask me if I want to do something, and I say yes. Look at that. Easy. We're relating. But honestly, I can't stand to see him at the gym. Okay. In my mind, it's like an ex. Okay. And he reminds me of how stupid I was. And him being friendly to me makes me want to obliterate his fucking vision. Rearrange his nose so he can read better, okay? His politeness is a continuation of assault, okay? And it does not make me happy in the gut of my stomach. It does not make me happy. Does not make me happy that I was stupid, and I don't like looking at stupid, thinking that stupid is better than me. Okay? Financially, top tier at an insurance company, your insurance company, statistic lie, okay, is skewed. Put some hyphens in that, okay? It's staging awareness. GAW, guaranteed annual wage. Put some hyphens in that. That he looks like he's putting his time in thine judiciously, deliberately, so that he can get laid and afford a relationship to date. He hasn't, in fact, nor intact. Now, if he did it intact, and he stood by that on my frame and desired to make money that way, well, what he can see is I'm not making money that way. I think he'd have to give up his overpriced penthouse apartment, maybe his Starbird, maybe his buddy going to Florida because he's a dude with hyphens, okay? No, I have to say, in my memory, seeing the jaunty walking skeleton at the gym with expensive sport car and jauntily, politely asking me if we should get together for massages again, it doesn't do it for me. One of the, probably one of the things I'm thankful, I'm not at the gym right now. I could kind of give that a rest. part of the staging, okay, and I think religion is to blame for this, is in that religion and law-t advocates that you're given a freedom of choice. You have been given freedom of choice. That freedom of choice has never been given. H-O. It has never been given. C-H-O-I-C-E. C-E as common era. And ice, well, think of cold, where C-O-L is the lowest portion of the neck of two is it mountain ridges? Look that up. C-O-L. C-O-L-D. So the neck of low road, neck and neck, you know. And when I think of cold, well, look at your writing, okay? But look at your writing, Bible blood doth. B-I, that's 2, hyphen B, hyphen L-E, hyphen D. L is the right angle to love. E is every yet thing. That includes your tin, your money, and your hinge where you speak. And LE is language engineering. According to the anatomy of ea.ven, where I've self-defined every letter and combination, writing proprioceptively, meaning that we write according to our desire, but we're doing it across time for no reason ea.ven. So that's how I'm able to account for current lingo and pulling it into my cache, my maw, M-A-W-E, my greedy maw, G-R-E-A-D. Going through Primo again, because I had to at the very least gloss over it, glance, upload, and I did that rather fast, but I still was pulling in information in terms of, oh, I remember that, ah, shoot, that reminds me, I'm still really angry about that. It's given me an overview, and I think you're going to come to the same conclusion that I have. When I started this, it was just me striking out at the imbalance of the word and the world. So put some hyphens in that, where L is hyphenated, your word and world. And now I can see I've done the work, and unwittingly I am the ag with no hyphens. Speaking for Jesus, which is kind of interesting. So G is grace and gravity, G parenthesis or apostrophe S, U-S. I didn't know that I was going to be the ag and the agriculture of the land. And I also didn't fully understand the context of that's what you and the law-t are doing without ever presenting the goods. Okay. And that's a big problem with your patriarchy. Misleading the witness with what you would have done without ever being called on to do it. Presently. And you're spurning women that you're in the lineage of the male God in Christ, but I assure you, you're not it. So do away with that third person because it's not fact intact on my premise. Doff, stupid, can't proclaim. He came even on my brain, okay? And you can't bend or bed it toth. When I'm doing the work and follow through, you didn't care to. So you're going to lose your tooting and looting, okay? Because it's going to be shown as bane all and vain all value. For no reason, thief and through. It's very obvious, it's very date of birth, obvious. It's very obvious I'm doing the work and follow through that you're the couple pled doffed and pled and legged doff, P-L-E-D-G. Sorry, P-L-E-D-G-E. Put some hyphens in that. You legged doff is you didn't do the work. You didn't think and follow through. When you deal with war, -t, to ta, thanks, the ag again, you don't have love and follow through, and your gun is not fucking necessary. And then you stage witness with doffed. You pay doff to lead, stupid. Stupid to lead, stupid, and then to assay. Doffed is not the heir. Doffed needs war to repair the heir heard doffed. Okay. Thank you, Tucker Carlson, for your contribution. Okay. It's staging its theater of the absurd. A-B, ab, it's away and back. A-B-B-S, A-B-SIR-E-D. You, the theater of the absurd, you desired red. Red, doffed, fictional to land, D-O-B-T, blacked again, hyphenated, okay? You are never, you're spending and sending, hyphenated, in a fictional quarry, okay? You're never lending value, E-W-E-A-D. And now I'm suggesting you don't want to. And that is a problem, and it's also a blemish shed. Your tale is fictional to your everlasting land. And with L, B, E, N, D. LB, pound, lead, bed, lend, ben, bend. Okay? So your ag, hyphenated, your agile ag is, well, I could see what you're standing as God in law, -t, for the people under God, where God is as stupid as you are, to toft, for no reason, thief end, is simply an agile ag, okay? Your God is the word, okay, but your word is skewing women to dog BS served, okay? D-O-B-S, BS served, -D, your date, for no reason, thievent, okay? And that's your coup and your couple, you pled and legged doffed. Okay? To toot and toss, sought, hyphenated, okay? And it's honestly not good enough. And where it's not honestly, the hone is not good enough. The tone isn't either. And the D, T, H, and D, the head you do on one, didn't happen. Okay? Happened, det again. This ag does not fortify doth stupid. To feed and freed doft again. Okay? This ag does not need stupid doft. Okay? It's part of the master plan where I plant the head as planned. Okay? And grow the seed. Alright, this is a long video. I'm going to stop and maybe prepare some dinner and see if I can't get down to business.